Thinking about moving to Jackson but don't want to live downtown? In this video, we're looking at the top 6 suburbs in the Jackson Metro. What's up, everybody? My name is Jared Laster. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams right here in the Jackson Metro. If you're somebody who's new to the channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about working, eating, sleeping, living, and playing right here in the Jackson Metro, well, you just need to get down, hit that subscribe button, and when you do, make sure you click that bell and you'll get notified when we put out new videos like this, so you're getting all the great information that we're putting out there to help you on that potential future move to the Jackson Metro. Now, if you're somebody else and it's not so much a potential move as it is a for sure move that's coming up sooner rather than later, well, take that one step further, reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even break out your megaphone. Really, y'all, you know, it's just whatever you got to do. Get in touch with us because we've got your back moving to the Jackson Metro. Now, in this video, we are looking at the top 6 suburbs in the metro area, and I've actually got 2 bonus. They're not really suburbs, but really, I think they're great options if that's the kind of lifestyle, that's the kind of place you're looking to move to. We've got 2 bonus options for you at the end, so you're going to definitely want to make sure you stick around for those. Now, we're not going to waste too much time. Let's jump right in, and we're not doing this in any particular order. I'm not saying the last one is the best, the first one is the best. We're just running through what I think are the best 6, and like I said, you're going to want to stick around for those 2 bonuses. And the first one on the list here is Clinton. Clinton, Mississippi is on the west side of the metro. It's along I-20 and Highway 80 runs through there too. Also the Natchez Trace, which runs from Natchez all the way up to Nashville, Tennessee, runs through Clinton as well. So all that's right there on the west side of the metro. That's where Clinton, Mississippi is. And Clinton is a great place to be because they have the best rated schools in the metro area according to niche.com. So if that's something that's important to you, you can get that there in Clinton. And not only just public schools, you know, K through 12, Clinton is also home to Mississippi College, which is a highly regarded and well-known school here in the area too. So you got that right there. I mean, it's right in the middle of Clinton. You've got Mississippi College. Now, as far as what else is in Clinton, they did just get a brand new Continental Tire plant that just got built there. So if that's kind of a field that you're in, if you're looking for a job, something like that, I believe they are still hiring, bringing on people there at the Continental Tire plant. So that's something to check into. And then as far as just things to do, you know, like I said, the Natchez Trace does run through Clinton. So you've got that running through there if you like to get out, you know, walk a trail or bike the Natchez Trace. That's a lot of fun to get out and do. You can do that. There's also a river basin model, which is technically not in Clinton. It's really right outside the city limits, but we kind of consider it to be part of Clinton. So that's right there. River basin model, what it is, it's a model of the Mississippi River. And it kind of shows you the whole river all the way from where it starts, way up north, I think maybe in Minnesota, all the way down to the coast. So that's something neat to check out. In Clinton, if that's the kind of place you want to live, the median home price there is going to be about $187 or so, $187.5 for the last 6 months on 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. So it's not very, I mean, it's not expensive. It's pretty affordable there in Clinton. You do have to worry about a little bit higher taxes though, because it is in Hinds County, and Hinds County taxes do tend to run just a little bit on the high side. Moving right on along, the next suburb on our list is going to be Pearl, Mississippi. And Pearl is kind of on the central east side. It's right along I-20, and it's just right next to the city of Jackson. It's really right between Jackson and Brandon, which is coming up next. It's also just south of Flowood. It's right close to the airport. Pearl is in a really convenient location. If you want to be able to get around the area or out of the area, you can do that pretty easily right there from Pearl. So it's not a bad place to be if that's something that's important to you. Schools also in Pearl are not bad either. They are rated the 3rd best in the metro area. So again, great schools there in Pearl. And then shopping in Pearl it's one of the biggest things to do. They've got the outlets there. So you've got the outlets of Mississippi and all the great shops there. Bass Pro Shops right next door to that. A lot of great other shops, things to do, movie theater, everything along Riverwind Drive, which runs kind of parallel to the interstate. And then there's also the Mississippi Braves. So if you'd like to get out and enjoy a baseball game, that's the only really kind of pro team that we have here in the area. So that's something that's kind of fun to just get out and enjoy as well. And one of the best things about Pearl is going to be the value you get there. Having really, I think, the lowest in the area as far as median home price, just $172,000 for the median sale price in the last 6 months for 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. And it's also going to have some of the lowest taxes, maybe not quite the lowest, but some of the lower taxes in the area as far as property taxes go in Pearl. So it's going to be very affordable living, very convenient location, and good schools and a lot to do. Now, jumping just down I-20 to the east, we're going to end up in Brandon. Brandon, it's on the east side of the metro area, just on I-20. And Brandon is actually part of the Rankin County School District. Pearl isn't. Pearl has its own, but the rest of Rankin County is in the Rankin County School District, or part of that. A lot of different schools, obviously, with the different areas within Rankin County, because it's a big county. But that overall school district is rated the #4 school district in the area, again by niche.com. It's a great website if you want to get in and check out schools. I highly recommend them. That's where I get in and look when I'm not as familiar with areas, and they've got all the ratings on a lot of different things. But they're rated #4 there, and Brandon actually, kind of different from most of the other places we're going to talk about, does have a downtown area along Highway 80. A lot of great little local shops and restaurants and things down there to check out, so it's nice to have that if you want a central downtown area. Brandon has that. It's also got a lot of different communities and parts of the city of Brandon, and that's the 39042 zip code area of Brandon. There's a little confusion there with some people because there's another area that we will talk about that is also called Brandon, but it's a little different. We're actually talking about the city of Brandon right there, but they do have that great little downtown area. Another thing they have a lot of in Brandon is car dealerships. They've got a Ford dealership, Nissan, several used car places. So if you're looking for a new car, Brandon might be the place to go. And then it's also still fairly affordable with a $197,000 median home price for the last 6 months with 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. And again, you're in Rankin County, so the taxes are generally a little bit on the lower side compared to the rest of the metro. Now, just to the north of Brandon and Pearl is going to be Flowood. Flowood is on the northeast side of the metro area. It also goes right up against Jackson. It's kind of a long, kind of considered like a long, skinny town, the way it runs up and down Highway 25, coming from basically Jackson and down to, it goes down to about Highway 80, where it meets Pearl and Jackson. And then Highway 25 and all the way out to Highway 471. Hopefully I'll put that on a map here so you can see what I'm talking about. But you see, it's just kind of a good little stretch there where it runs. And so it's not a bad location. It's not as easy to get on the interstate generally for most of the parts, most of the residential parts of Flowood, which are going to be on that farther northeast side of it. But it's still pretty convenient. You can get to the Reservoir, you can get to Jackson, you can get to Brandon Pearl without too many issues, and it doesn't take too long to get to the interstate from Flowood. Flowood is part of the Rankin County School District, just like Brandon, and they are, again, Rankin County Schools rated #4 in the area as far as school districts goes. In Flowood, you wouldn't be going to Brandon High School, you'd be going to Northwest Rankin High School, and then the schools that feed into that are what you've got there in Flowood. Flowood is also one of the bigger shopping destinations in the area with Dogwood and Market Street. That's all right there along Highway 25. And there's also a couple great parks with Winter Circle with a playground if you've got some kids, you want to get out there and have some fun, and the Flowood Nature Park, Nature Trail that's there right next to Winter Circle. So good bit and variety of things to do in Flowood, and I will say Flowood, it has some affordable areas, but it is one of the higher median home prices at $307,000 for the last 6 months, and that's going to be because a lot of the new construction that's happening in Flowood. So again, on that northeastern edge of the city limits of Flowood is where you'll find a lot of that newer construction there, and that has pushed that median price up a little bit. But there are some affordable areas, and there's that, so a pretty good mix, depending on what you're looking for, right there in Flowood. Next up, we finally made it to Madison County. We worked our way around the metro to Ridgeland. Ridgeland is on the north, kind of central side. It's right north of the city of Jackson, pretty much on County Line Road. You've got the city of Jackson. The other side of the road is Ridgeland. So it's right there next to Jackson. It's just south of Madison, which is the next one we're going to talk about. But in Ridgeland, really Ridgeland might be just about the most well-rounded area as far as just the general things that Ridgeland has to offer for you. So to start off, like we did everywhere else though, the schools is part of the Madison County School District, which is rated to be the second best school district in the area according to niche.com. And then, Ridgeland, like I said, it's really well-rounded. You don't exactly have a downtown area per se, but you do have the old town area, which kind of has a downtown feel to it. Local shops, restaurants, things like that. Some actually really good places over there. Wouldn't mind heading over there for lunch today, to be honest, just because there's some great things there in Ridgeland, and it definitely does not stop there. Once you get over down to County Line Road, you've got a lot of great shopping and things, a lot of bigger name national kind of brands. You've got the North Park Mall, which is also right there on County Line Road. And you've also got the Renaissance and everything that's on Highland Colony Parkway on the west side of Ridgeland. And those together really just make Ridgeland possibly the shopping destination of the entire state, with everything that they've got to offer there. And then shopping isn't, again, that's not it either. They've got a lot of great trails, outdoor parks. You're right there on the reservoir. So there's just pretty much whatever you want to do, you can do it in Ridgeland. They've got a lot there, and they're adding new things. They just got a new Costco. It's just, Ridgeland has been doing pretty well. They've added a lot of those new things, amenities and things to do. So it's definitely a serious contender as far as, if you're looking for somewhere to move to. Ridgeland has got to be high up on that list. And if you do want to buy a home there in the Ridgeland area, you're going to be looking around $230,000 for a median home price. But that really does not tell you the whole story. There's a good bit of variety there in Ridgeland. It's starting in the lower 100s and really up over $1 million. Some of the nicer, newer neighborhoods, maybe the higher end communities like Bridgewater, that's all there in Ridgeland. So really, it's just whatever you want, it's there. Just look around Ridgeland, and we can, of course, help you do that. And now, last but definitely not least, is going to be Madison. It's the last one. It's before we get to our bonus ones, so keep sticking around for those. But before we get to those, Madison, again, it's on the north side, just north of Ridgeland, along I-55, so it's easy to get down to Ridgeland or Jackson if that's what you want to do. It's also part of the Madison County School District, which, again, rated number 2 in the area, and some of the higher ranked schools in that system are in or serving the city of Madison. So that's something to keep in mind again if that's important to you. And if that is important to you, you've got kids, they will love the Liberty Park playground and the things they can do there. It's one of the biggest parks and, in my opinion, one of the best in the area. If you want to get out there and have some fun with the kids, it's a great place to do that. And there's other parks and things too that you can check out in Madison. There's also shopping and dining offerings that are expanding there in the city. They put some work into that, especially along Grandview Boulevard in Madison. That's where you're going to find the Malco Movie Theater, Walmart, Lowe's, and a lot of other different stores. Big names, small names. A lot of that's there along Grandview Boulevard in Madison. Now, one thing Madison is known for is being a little bit of a higher end area, and you can tell that when you drive around and you see how the city is, how it looks. A lot of businesses and things that you may see somewhere else, they might not look quite the same in Madison. And that's just because the city has its own set of standards as far as what they want buildings and stores and shops to look like. And it definitely does achieve that high-end feel that they're going for there. If you like Madison, you like that higher-end feel, and you want to buy a home there, you are getting to kind of the higher end as far as median home price goes, about $320,000. There are some affordable options there, but you do get a lot of newer and bigger homes in Madison. That's where that really the median price starts to go up because of those. Still not quite the highest in the area though. For that, we're going to go to our first bonus area, and that's going to be the Gluckstadt area on the north side of the city of Madison. It's actually getting out into Madison County. You'll probably still have a Madison address, but you can be out there in some of the big communities, great communities like Reunion, Lake Caroline. Those have golf courses, they have lakes. They have a lot of great things that you can do within those big communities out there. And, you're still part of the Madison County School District. You've still got some of the best schools in that district. And while it's not technically a suburb, I did want to include it on the list just because it's really kind of becoming its own area. They might actually incorporate Gluckstadt at some point in the future, but as of this video, they haven't done it yet. Now, as far as the home prices out in that area, it is jumping up a little bit higher. You're getting almost about $340,000 on the median home price, and that's just because they're building a lot of new homes, and they're building newer, bigger homes, and a lot of them are waterfront or in those big waterfront communities. So you're getting a lot for your money, but it is pushing that price up. So if you want something new, you want something nice, you can look up there to the Gluckstadt area. And to be honest, when you compare that to some other areas in the country, it's really not that bad. I mean, some of the nicest new construction waterfront homes are still running a per square foot price around or below $200. I've seen older homes in other parts of the country pushing $400 for per square foot. So really, on a national scale, it's not too bad, and you are getting really the top of the market here when it comes to quality and home size and neighborhood amenities. Now that's my bonus number one. Now maybe if that's not quite what you're looking for, you want something a little bit more laid back, maybe a little bit more affordable. My bonus number two is going to be the New Brandon or the Reservoir area. That's the 39047 zip code, which is on the north side of Flowood in Rankin County. That is going to run along the reservoir there, and so you've got a lot of waterfront neighborhoods along the reservoir there that are maybe a little bit older, but it gives you an opportunity to get on the water for a lower price. That said, there are some newer homes on the water and newer neighborhoods, some new ones still being built actually, where you can get in on the water, on the reservoir there in Rankin County, and it's just a convenient place to be. You can jump right across the spillway to Ridgeland and all the things that we talked about Ridgeland has to offer. You can you're basically right next to Flowood, so you can get easily to shopping there. And if you want to have some fun out on the reservoir or the trails that run around the reservoir, all that's right there in that 39047 zip code. It's one of the more affordable areas in the metro to live in as far as home and rent prices. As far as property taxes, it's going to have just about the lowest as far as the metro as a whole, with a couple notable exceptions. You do have leasehold land in parts of that, so the parts that are really close to the reservoir, you might be in the Pearl River Valley Water Supply District, where you don't actually own the land that your home sits on. You actually rent it from Pearl River Valley, and that could be typically around $400 a month, but it's going to depend on the lot size and some other things like that. And there's also the Hugh Ward PID, which is just an improvement district along Hugh Ward Boulevard, which is in that 39047 area, which you would have to pay for that for the next few years. I think it's not too much longer though. That's going to get phased out and that'll go away. Now that doesn't overlap with the PRV, so you're not really going to have to worry about having to pay both of them. But it's something to think about and something to watch. You definitely want to have somebody helping you in the area that knows what to look for and can watch for those things and make sure you're aware when you're looking to buy your home here in the Jackson Metro. Alright y'all, that's my list of the top 6, really top 8 suburbs. But the last 2, like I said, they're not really suburbs, they're not towns or cities, they're not incorporated areas, but they are great options to live. All of them actually, the whole list, great options to live. Like I said, it wasn't in any particular order. They all have some really good things about them. It just depends on what you're looking for. And if you need more information to help you decide what that is that you're looking for and what you want in the area, well, you can make that easy on yourself by just getting down, hit subscribe, click the bell, and you'll get notified every time we're making new videos like this one to give you that information. Now, if you need to know a little bit sooner, maybe you can't wait on me to put out the videos, just go ahead and reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even bring out your microphone. Y'all, it's just like I always say. Whatever you got to do, get in touch with us because we've got your back moving to the Jackson Metro. Thank y'all for watching this one. See you next time.